Redux Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Eric Stokes.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. As CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Throwing first play is Herbert. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how the defense rallies when there's a fumble return or even tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Saints have 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Dillon. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Touchdown, New Orleans! Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play. Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big score like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense. McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Carolina getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That caught by Trimble. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Whitfield. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Whitfield, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Dillon. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off play action. Dillon. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 16-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Herbert rolling, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This will be taken at the 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's the option.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there. And a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Dillon. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Looking to throw. Dillon. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on 1st down. Dillon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and added another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now Herbert. Good slam caught by Pierce. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Delivers another one to Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, Dillon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. McPherson, 7-5. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this 1st half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go, fellas.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers with a strong first month of the year as they up their record to 3-1. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Dillon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 60. Not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And on third and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Dillon. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. He'll look to throw.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now, a familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now a throw here to his running back, finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain there of 21 yards.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now here live in New Orleans.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dillon. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They go play action here on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
3rd and goal, option right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that... Whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point, take the field goal right here.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Herbert back to the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rhythm of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. There's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50.
It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
That's complete to Pierce.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field, and linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.